Yeah.
Why don't we use those Reds
like
anymore? Yeah, the throwback. Why don't we use the Reds?
I don't know. I'd rather the 90s ones.
Those are pretty neat. And speaking, you mentioned Bledsoe number 11. The current number 11, Julian Edelman, posted to Instagram saying, Foxborough forever. So I think he still wants to be traded to Tampa Bay. I think it should have said, or this is like similar to what Brady did, where he said forever a Patriot, but then you read his post and you're like, oh shit, he's leaving. Julian Edelman, he wrote Foxborough forever, and then he just forgot to write underneath it that he's requesting a trade and holding out until he gets traded to Tampa Bay.
The stud man commented underneath, though, LFG.
Who commented LFG?
The stud man, Stidham.
Really? Stidham. Dude, apparently Stidham, we need to look this up. Stidham has a nice looking girlfriend.
Does he now?
That's what sources have said.
Sources? According to sources, he attracts attractive women.
Yeah, she's no Giselle, though, obviously.
No Super G?
No. He doesn't have a supermodel wife that makes...
I put a blanket over my legs because I'm not wearing pants right now.
Or you're just getting a little cold.
Or I'm getting a little excited about the stud man. Yeah.
And his girlfriend.
No, just about the stud man.
Yeah, dude. Am I going to start hating him? Like I hate every Brady backup? I'm just going to say it right now. I hate Jared Stidham. I hate Jared Stidham.
I'm team over Tom, so I'm not.
Dude, you don't even appreciate what Brady did for us, though.
I do, but I'm for the Patriots, yes.
But what if they do super well? Then do you think that discounts what he did? What Brady did?
No.
You don't? You wouldn't be like, oh, if the Patriots went 10-6 this year, made a wild card, you wouldn't be like, oh, dude, see, like Brady only he got us like 1 or 2 more wins a year. That was it.
Yeah, but 1 or 2 more wins gives them a first round bye and probably puts them in the AFC title game.
Yeah, dude. I mean, and for the next 2 years,
a big difference than maybe winning the division and going to the wild card round.
Well, for however long Brady is going to be playing in the league, I probably want Stidham to do as poorly as possible.
Okay. Well, I am team over Tom, and I will gladly take multiple Super Bowl championships
from Stidham
over the Buccaneers.
So Stidham, you want Stidham? Oh my god, dude, I can't.
I'm an asshole. I'm not Tom Brady's my favorite player.
Yeah.
Behind Gronk and Aaron Hernandez, but
Aaron Hernandez, dude.
What can you do?
Where does Jules rank?
He's up there.
All right. Well, how about this? Besides Brady, rank your top 3 players in the league that you like, right off the top of the old dome. Besides Brady,
my favorite players.
Yep.
Like just any players. Wow, that's a big question. I do like Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
I think he makes Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins is a piece of cardboard.
Right. Don't tell Joe Spinoza
that. I'm sure he's listening. I'll take Marshawn Lynch if he's still playing. And then who else will I'll take? I'll take Gardner Minshew.
Really? Okay. All right. Gardner Minshew is a huge fan of the show.
Stephon Diggs, I think, is a factor. I'll take Marshall. I'll take Gardner Minshew.
No Patriot players in there.
Why, do you have a top 3?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to shake it up,
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go number 1, obviously the Iron Man, Julian Edelman. What?
I said Joe Tooney, of course.
Joe Tooney. Yeah, Joe Tooney. What about Bear Andrews? Oh, my God. No, but I'm going with Jules number 1. I'm going.
Would you be the little spoon to Bear Andrews?
I think I would have to be.
I think you would have to.
He's a bear, dude. He's a large human being with a nice beard. So
exactly.
Jules number 1, Danny Playoff Amendola number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then Who am I going 3, dude? That's a tough one. I'd probably I really liked Steve. He's not in the league anymore, but Steve Smith, dude, I loved his grit.
Oh, I have a Steve Smith signed football right over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, Steve Smith. Next time you see this face, this means I scored.
I suck, son. I suck.
Dude, him and Talib, that was hilarious. He says...
Talib, okay, God damn it. I'll take out Stephon Diggs, put in Akeem Talib.
Yeah.
Screw Stephon Diggs.
Akeem Talib, North Dallas, Texas.
Mine said it's the win. Yep.
And then someone interviewed Steve Smith after the game on that Monday Night Football. He's like, Talib didn't finish the game. Why don't you go ask him? Ice up, son. Ice up.
And Talib was like, I like that. It's creative.
Dude, how about when Welker took out Talib's fragile hip?
That sucked.
Mm-hmm. Yep, 2013 AFC Championship right there. But moving on, just one more rumor from the rumor mill. The Buccaneers uniforms expected to change as well. Who knows how that's going to turn out? And then another rumor mill, apparently, so Dr. Fauci said that Advil wouldn't have negative effects on people who have corona unless they have underlying respiratory systems. The rumor mill is churning that Advil actually does have a lot of negative effects, regardless of if you have the respiratory issues for corona.
Oh, yes. So according to my experience, taking ibuprofen results in worsening symptoms. It felt like I got shot in the chest after I took most. So, yeah, do with that as you may.
Like you were shot in the chest?
Go at your own risk. I'm 21. If you take it and you're 47, you might die.
Oh, my God.
I'm not kidding.
Dude, were you just coughing left and right or what?
No, it was just like my whole torso, abdomen, chest, everything was just in pain. And it was mainly my lungs. I could breathe fine, but that was like the last thing that was like not that was like going well. Everything else was not working.
Was it like on fire? Your lungs on fire?
It was just like my chest was just in so much pain.
Well, that sucks. So, how about those aches up and down your back?
What?
What about those aches up and down your back?
Yeah, that's not good too. There's sharp pains in my lower back, and there's I read that you can also get kidney failure.
Oh,
so that was not ideal. It's,
all right.
But I don't have coronavirus.
I'm happy for you. Well, that leads into our next segment, and Matt and I have been watching this phenomenal show on Netflix, Love is Blind. Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
Matt pounded through the entire 11 episodes in 2 days. 2?
I started yesterday, and then I watched the last 2 episodes this morning. So if you want to say 24 hours, I very much spent half of that 24 hours watching a middle-aged mom's show.
You crank open a bottle of wine?
Nice Chardonnay, yes.
Yeah, perfect. All right. I want your thoughts. Just start talking about Love is Blind.
It's better than any of the other dating shows that I've watched, definitely. I like the idea of them like talking to a piece of plywood and pretending like that's going to get them married.
Yeah.
At the beginning. And then I don't know. It's an interesting idea. Mm-hmm. The timing is just way too short. And you see that at the end when the majority of the couples don't end up married. So those are my initial kind of reaction thoughts.
I actually took notes on episodes 6 through the end. I'm just going to rattle off. So I'm going to rattle off some of the main points I had. Amber loves talking about how she has sex with what's his name, Barnett. Yep.
Yeah. Matt. His name's Matt.
With Matt Barnett. Interesting how they all took them from Atlanta, right? And that none of them knew each other beforehand.
Yeah, part of me then started to realize at the end that this is just kind of a Southern thing and everybody's kind of trashy. So I just got to kind of discount that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, at first I was like, do people really do this? And then I was like, oh, it's the South, so everybody's just kind of stupid.
Yep.
But yeah.
Gigi is a huge pain in the ass. She didn't even
want to. Is psychotic.
She didn't even want to unpack her stuff when she got to the apartment, and then she was complaining that Damien wanted to. Like, dude, she's just a big pain in the ass. Jessica pounds wine like there's no tomorrow, like in order to even be around Mark.
Yes, the Messica. Yes,
Messica. Yep. She also talked about shitting with the door open. She talked about so many things to try and drive Mark away, and Mark just wouldn't go away. She's like, age difference. I shit with the door open, like this, that, blah, blah, blah. I think Barnett's sexy as hell. This, that. So she's trying to freaking drive Mark away, and Mark didn't. Mark
is a simp, though, and
100%. Yep.
He agreed with everything that she said. The one thing I get from this is Kenny should be president.
Yeah, dude, that speech he gave when he was left there on the altar, really, really good job by Kenny. Proud of him.
And Kelly's mom is like, I love this guy.
Yeah, and Kelly's mom was also like, yeah, I'm 4 glasses of champagne deep right now. So she was probably laughing her ass off. Also, remember when they went to Cameron's house and Lauren came with him, and like he also insisted on her living with him? Yeah. There were no sheets on his bed. Did he literally just buy that house, or how did that work? Like, that was a confusing point right there.
I feel like he kind of just did, because it was like, it's a 3-bedroom house, and he was kind of like, yeah, I'm expecting like to put kids in this house and everything.
Yeah, he probably went on the show.
Very forward thinking.
Yes.
Like, very
He literally, right before he went on the show, he's like, yeah, I'm just going to buy a house because I expect to marry someone and then have kids immediately. So then I'll fill the house up. One thing I thought was funny was Matt Barnett's face when Amber told him that she had like $20,000 of debt and that she doesn't plan on working.
You go from Cameron, who's like, I'm going to buy a house for my family that I don't have, to Amber, who's like, I have no money and I have no house. She's like, there's no point in me even going to my house because I don't have one.
I know, dude. She literally was like, yeah, I plan on being like a stay-at-home mom. You don't have a kid. You don't have a kid.
What?
And like Amber was already saying she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, and there's no signs of that they have a child. So what does she do?
Right. And if I'm Matt, I'm like, I'd be like, shit.
Yep. Dude,
this girl has no money and she doesn't want to work.
I know his face. He was like a little nervous. How about when...
I like Matt, too. What do you think of Barnett? Because he, at the beginning, he kind of just came off as like a fuck boy.
Yep.
Like, he just kind of flirted with girls, and they all loved him.
Yep. I think the thing is...
It's funny, too, because they all loved him, and it turned out to be... In no homo, he turned out to be the most, like, physically attractive guy at the, when they revealed. But, like, they couldn't see him before, which makes you think, could they actually, like... I don't know. But then, yeah.
Well, I like Barnett too because he was the least emotional out of all the men, because all the other men were so soft and they just kept crying all the time. Even though Mark didn't really cry that much, he was just the biggest simp in the world.
Kenny, you got it.
Yeah, but Kenny hung around Kelly, who wouldn't bang him after like 50 days of them spending every single day together.
Yeah, but after everything went down and she said no, he didn't just become totally distraught. He was just like, this is fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, Kenny is he's a good guy, not necessarily my favorite. I did like Barnett. How about this, though, when Jessica fed wine to her dog?
Yeah, that was low-key. I forgot about that. That was interesting.
Yep. You shouldn't be doing that.
No. But I do love the dog. The dog is my favorite character in the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, let's see. What do I have last time? Oh, what about when Gigi was like, how, you keep saying that this has been the best sex of your life? Have you ever noticed that I haven't returned the compliment?
That's a really great impersonation.
Dude, then Damien had to defend his bad sex.
Also, shout out to Damien for not marrying her originally, because he was just like,
yes,
bitch, crazy. But then if you find out at the end, they're together.
I watched the reunion too, dude. That was probably the most legendary moment because remember, they showed Gigi's walking down the aisle with her dad,